So welcome to this great evening, and my name is David. For those who are seeing me for the first time, I'm the Enagic EmGuarde product specialist or product trainer, you can call it. Okay? Are you guys feeling excited? Yes. For the new product launch? Yes. Okay? Now today I'm going to just do a walkthrough to show you how easy and simple this product is. There is no rocket science behind, or you don't need a PhD to sell this. It is very straightforward. And this product, Enagic actually introduced to the crowd to resolve, we call it a contemporary problem, all right? Or we call it modern problems, okay? Now, let's go through the slides. Oh, you have to play the video first, right? All right. So now I'm going to play a quick video on, we actually played this video back in the 52nd anniversary. Let me go here. Okay. So we actually played this video back in the 52nd anniversary back in Okinawa, which is about 2 weeks ago. All right. So let's enjoy the video before I start my talk.
Shaped by constant electromagnetic exposure. Activated with a single touch. A new standard of personal protection is emerging. Designed to stay with you day after day. Engineered for reliable everyday use. And designed to meet global standards. Comfortable to carry. Easy to live with. EmGuarde, protection you can rely on.
Okay, so that's the video. Let me just go back to the presentation mode. Now, so if you know, Enagic, as a 52 years old company, we have been a wellness company, for many years. Initially, we got our core products, the Kangen water. Then we ventured into supplements, Kangen Yukon, which is very powerful, Kangen Air as well. And now we're actually venturing into another thing. We call it modern solution. Okay. Now, with a show of hand, anyone here you have a handphone with you? Show of hands. Just put up a hand. Participate. All right. Now, those who didn't put up their hands, it's impossible, right? When you don't have this. This is something that we have in our pockets, and we are using this from day to day. But this thing is going to give you some problems. We're going to talk about it today. All right. And Enagic has got a solution for that. Do you think that this is big market? Now, let me give you another example. Any one of you here, you drink water? You drink water? So anyone that drinks water, it's a potential Kangen customer, right? And with this, it is as good as asking the same question. Is it everyone here holds a handphone? So do you think that there's a big market for this? All right. Now, so today, we live in a wireless world. Like it or not. All right? Your phone is not connected to any wires. So this wireless world is going to portray like this in the city. Look outside. Does it look similar to this? The density of you living in the city, right? Now, we are bombarded with all this, and connected 24/7. Of course, we got all this Wi-Fi, 5G devices, all these different gadgets. It's been here for some time already, all right? It's been here for some time. And not just your phone, for example. Some people thought that this problem actually comes from your phone itself. No, it actually comes from the other stuff. Like, for example, can we have this light off? I think this is too bright and they can't really see the slides. So look at this. Smart meter, your EV chargers. Now, as long as there is electricity, carrying the baby, they thought that they are in a safe house. They're actually resting. But all these gadgets could be around the living room or the rooms as well. All right? And the world is filled with electromagnetic smoke. Now, electrosmoke is a new term. All right? It's called electromagnetic pollution. It's a new term. And are our children safe? You know, when I was young, I'm 40 this year, and I remember when I was in my 15, you know, my teenagers here, I used to play in the field, running around the field, the park, chasing the ball, you know. But today, my kids, you know, inevitably, they're glued to gadgets, you know. Every time when they sit down for lunch or dinner, they wanted something called the Coco Melon. You know, they watch, the glued to the screen. They need to watch the cartoon just to shove the rice down the throat. All right, something that kids today do. All right, so are these activities or are these habits safe for our children in the long term? So that's the question. Now, this slide from a doctor from Philippines. Her name is Dr. Pinky. She wrote a book regarding to radiation as well. And look at this. From this research, it is shockingly there is an increase of 317% of autism cases, you know, since year 2000. If you look at here. Now, year 2000, if you recall back 26 years ago, this is when the handphone market started to bloom, right? Before that was not so much. You know, maybe you're using some Motorola, you know, that I call the bigger ones. But after 2000, this is where the iPhone, you know, came in. You know, Sony Ericsson turns into like, you know, a bigger phone, flat screen TV, all these things comes in. And if you look at the search, it's exponential. And today, 1 in 36 of the population is at risk of getting these autism problems. Right? These are real issues. Now, of course, we got the WHO talking about, you know, handphone, possibly, you know, carcinogenic to human under group 2B. All right? So these are documents stating that, you know, this pollution is causing biological effects or changes to the body. Now, of course, we got more research. You can take a look at this research, you know, during your free time. We'll be giving you these slides today. Now look at the last one, PubMed. Effects of electromagnetic field exposure on the antioxidant defense system. Now in Enagic, we know that, you know, antioxidant is very important. And according to this research, this pollution is attacking that itself. It's oxidizing you, all right, in simple terms. Now, this is one of the research that, you know, caught my attention as well. If you look at this, it says here that this problem, all right, so sorry, this problem will actually affect your sperm count as well. Now, a lot of these new couples, sometimes they wonder how come they try for many years and they cannot conceive, all right? Sometimes, you know what? If you look at today's culture, men actually works with laptops. And where do you put your laptops? It's on your lap. It's right there. You see, make sense? All right, mobile phones. Where do you put your mobile phones? It's over here. And if you look at the direction, it's next to, all right? Make sense? All right? So this itself caught my attention because it makes so much sense that how come people today, they're getting more and more of this negative impact from this pollution itself. Okay? Now, of course, we got more surveys in the US, and this is actually to show you that these are all the radiation problems, you know, reported by 871 respondents who participated in the research back in US. And if you look at the right-hand side, this is actually big news. All right, this news came out approximately 3 years ago. And you do know that the French government actually halted the sale of iPhone 12 because of radiation problem. They discovered that iPhone 12 is emitting too much of radiation, and it actually went above the compliance regulation. So they halted the sale of iPhone 12 back in 2023. It's a big news because iPhone is a big brand, all right? So now, solution. I'm very happy to show you that now this solution is so handy. It's this size. It's even lighter than your handphone. And you can just slide it into your pockets like this. It's portable. Commercial break, all right? Commercial break. Thanks for turning your phone off, commercial break. Now, let me introduce to you the EmGuarde. We call it your closed body personal protection device. Okay, let me just go through the specs. First of all, 24/7 protection everywhere we go. Now, in this new EmGuarde, we are calling this time over protection. There's a strategy to this, all right? Now, the previous generation is awesome, don't get me wrong. The previous generation is awesome because you put there, it's stationary. It's going to create this protection bubble about 8 meters in diameter to cover you and your loved ones, all right? Now, but a stationary model can do so much in a space. Now, what happens when you go out? Think about this. In Singapore, you don't just stay at your home 24/7, right? You go to MRT, you go to the substation, you walk to the bus, you travel around Singapore. So what happens when you leave your house? You can't be carrying the EmGuarde version 1 together because you need to plug into a power source, to protect you. Hence, Enagic knows the issue, and they upgraded the EmGuarde into something that is going to protect you 24/7. All you need to do is to treat this as your mobile phone number 2. If you're carrying a mobile phone in your pocket 24/7, for example, some people, this is your mobile phone number 2. Means wherever you go, look at this. When I put this into my pocket, wherever I go, subway, MRT, buses, all right, my office space, you name it, I am covered in the EmGuarde's protective bubble. So far, so good? All right, so this thing, it's amazing. Look at this. It's an upgrade. Now, of course, backed by studies. Later on, I'll share with you one professor who actually did some studies, on how this actually helps you. And a 3-meter strong coverage field is going to create this bubble. Now it's 3 meter, all right? Now, of course, this is a patented technology. And over there is actually our US patent number. You can go to the US patent website to search. Just key in the number and you will find it. All right, it is a patented technology in US. And of course, 72 hours lithium battery certified as well. Okay, means one single charge, you can use this device for about 3 days or more when it's new. So far, so good. Are you still with me? It's awesome, right?
So it's 3 meter radius, right?
3 meter radius. 3 meter diameter.
Diameter.
Radius is 1.5.
Oh.
This is a whole field, means 3 meter radius. This is diameter, yeah. All right, now how it works, very simple. How it works, number 1, EmGuarde is using harmonic oscillation core. This is actually the main concept, all right? It is actually generating or utilize precision proprietary harmonics technology. Now, harmonics technology is actually a type of frequency technology that it uses, all right? It's actually using this set of, they call it precision harmonics frequency to harmonize the pollution around you, all right? Now, number 2, this is the upgrade. Looping antenna structure designed to distribute consistent harmonic outputs. I want you to think about this harmonic as a boomerang, all right? Now, in this 3 meter protection field, for example, I'm carrying the EmGo with me, all right? I'm putting the EmGuarde in my pocket. Now, when my harmonics travel 1.5 meter away from me, it is consistently coming back to me as well at the same time, like a boomerang effect, all right? Thanks to the loop antenna structure. It is allowing the harmonics to come, go, and come back to me. That's the reason why it is able to create this 3 meter bubble consistently, all right, for protection purposes. So 3 meter in diameter, to answer your question, madam, is 3 meter in diameter, all right, about 10 feet. And of course, power management system, optimized energy regulation enabling 24/7 battery powered operation with low internal, all right, designed for closed body use as well. All right, so this thing consumes minimum energy. That's why you don't have to charge it every day. All right, it's every 3 or 4 days. All right, so now, this technology of ours, which is the EmGuarde, the Enagic EmGuarde, is going to resolve one of the most important problems that the EMR pollution causes. All right, now it's not coming from me, because I'm just a normal, ordinary person. It's actually coming from this doctor, Dr. Magda Harvest. She's actually a Canadian researcher, and she found out that this pollution is able to cause something to your red blood cell. Okay, now according to her research, she believed that electrosmog, which is electromagnetic pollution, is actually causing a type of formation called rouleau formation to your blood. Now, when you think about this, when we are in an EMR-free environment, your red blood cell should flow freely, all right, or individually like this, all right? But according to her, she found out that when you hold your mobile phone for only 10 minutes, how long?
10 minutes.
Now, how long are you using your mobile phone a day? How long? 10 minutes? It's not possible, right?
Yeah.
How long? 1 day, roughly?
5 hours.
5 hours. Anyone? How many hours? 6 hours? Sir? How long do you use your phone every day? 12 hours.
Because with you all the day.
See? Big business. 12 hours on the phone. All right? Watching TikTok, Netflix.
Never on.
Yeah, whenever on. Understand? But it's next to you, right? Close body. See? So, can you hear that? 5, 6 hours, 12 hours. And over here, she's only saying 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, your blood is going to go into this formation. And according to Dr. Magda Harvest, the 10 minutes rouleau formation is what she normally sees in her cancer patient's blood. or patients with diabetic issues. So usually when people have got these health issues, the blood becomes like this. But are you seeing this? She's saying that when you use your mobile phone for only 10 minutes, the blood formation is getting into the same formation as of those people who are having these ailments. Is this shocking to you? It was shocking to me 8 years ago when I first discovered this. You know? All right? Now, do you think that this thing needs a solution? And what if I tell you today that the Enagic EmGuarde can potentially reverse this? Do you think that this is a big selling point?
Yes.
Of course, it is. Okay? Now, so why does matter in today's environment? Because today we're exposed to all this. You have all this, smart homes, EV cars, Wi-Fi, not to mention your mobile devices. And this problem is going to cause rouleau formation according to Dr. Magda's research. And she published this in PubMed. It is not like a research they did, back in some labs. No, she published this into PubMed. It's official, in the US platforms. And hence, these are the possible consequences from rouleau formation. It's that simple. Problems, all right? Poor circulation, low oxygen transports, and more and more. Now today, I'm very proud, to actually present to you this tool, because this tool, it's able to detect the problem, all right, that Dr. Magda Havers mentioned, which is electrosmog. All right, the problems that are able to cause rouleau formation to your blood. Because this pollution is invisible. You can't see it, you can't feel it, and you need a tool. For example, now today I want to test the temperature. Can I use my finger? I put my finger into a hot soup. Oh, it's 98 degrees Celsius. Okay, all right, you need a thermometer, right? So you need tools like this to measure certain things. And in order for you to measure this pollution, you need a tool. Okay? Now what I have here, ladies and gentlemen, this tool is not a common tool that you can buy from any electrical shops, no. This tool is proprietary to the EmGuarde technology. The developer of the EmGuarde designed this to measure the pollution index of the radiation, all right? At the same time, this tool is able to confirm that you're within the protection bubble by doing certain things to the LED. Later on, I will share with you, okay? So today, let me just introduce to you this tool, this new tool that Enagic is selling. It's called the EMD100, Electro Smoke Detector 100, okay? Now, this detector is very simple. It is powered by a AA battery, all right? And it's going to show you a very simple scale. And this scale is able to show you the severity of the pollution, all right? Starting from green all the way to red. Red means high pollution. Green means low pollution. So far, so good. Are you still with me? Very simple, okay? Now, let me turn on the scale now. So before me pointing this thing to a source or radiation pollution, it's going to show you green means this area, it's low pollution. But whenever I go close to a radiation source like this, can you see that? Oops, someone's EmGuarde's on. All right, you can see that? Oops, there you go. Did someone accidentally turn on the EmGuarde? Can you please help me to switch off your EmGuarde? Because I'm trying to do a demo here. So if your EmGuarde is on, it is not possible for me to actually do the demonstration. Anyone of you, you carry your EmGuarde with you, portable? No? Okay, off already. It's red. Okay, it's red. Thanks. All right. Now see, whenever I try to put a source, this is a source, right? The mobile phone, close to the ring. Can you see that? It's going to red. So it's very simple. The ring itself, it's a live. They call it a live monitored scale. So whenever you put a source against the ring, it's going to show you the scale. So when you see red here, means the pollution it's high. It's that simple. All right? Okay? Very good. Now, this detector, again, is powered by this three formula. Now, what actually, what's the engineering term they use? All right? They used to build this detector. Number one, it is using weighted RF noise as one of the formula to design to actually capture the pollution. And weighted RF noise simply means that targeted electromagnetic noise pollution in certain frequencies. Okay? Now I'm going to give it to you. Why the designers use weighted? Because they believe that not all frequencies is going to affect your body that much. And the designer of this detector believed that certain frequencies will actually affect your body the most. And according to here, if you notice, the field variability they're using, the frequency is actually between 3 to 1,000 megahertz, which are the frequencies believed to have resonance effects to the human body. All right? So this is the second formula they use to actually tune the field variabilities within 3 to 1,000 megahertz, to detect the pollution. And of course, harmonic disturbances means all these pollutions, signals, noise that's coming from devices like handphone or any other electronic gadgets in the room. So far, so good. So with these three formula, they pack together. Here comes the EMD 100. This is how, or a basic, technology concept on how this detector picks up the radiation index. They call it AEI, Ambient Electrosmoke Index. All right. So this is the formula for them to calculate the index, and hence showing you how polluted your environment is when you point the meter to the radiation sources. So far, so good. Very straightforward. All you need to learn here today is the color code, low to very high. That's it. It's that simple. All right? Seeing is believing. All right, now please note that this ambient electrosmoke index, which is AEI used by the Enagic EMD 100, is a proprietary index, and it is not intended for medical or regulatory use. So during the demonstration, it's something that you need to take note, or your family might need a solution. That's it. Do not link this to medical, or Red, you're dying soon. No. We cannot do that. All right? So far, so good. Are you still with me? Yes. You had your dinner already?
Yes.
Because I haven't. All right, I haven't, but I'm good. I'm good, okay? I'm good. Now, let me show to you, this is a short video that we capture. Now, we put this detector into a clean environment, and we compare it against a higher pollution environment to show you that, how the AEI index works in terms of responding to different environments. Okay, it's that simple, all right? So it will turn from green to red when it is very close to the radiation sources or polluted sources, all right? Now, number two, the second thing that you need to learn about the detector, very simple, just two things. The first one is AEI scale, right? Number two is this LED button here. We call it the harmonic indicator. All right, harmonic indicator means this indicator is used to confirm that you are within the protective bubble of the EmGuarde. Okay? So before you turn on the EmGuarde technology, like earlier on, I was showing you. So when EmGuarde is not on, it's going to show you red. All right? Now, when the EmGuarde technology is turned on, for example, now I'm going to turn this on. Just hold the unit for 3 seconds. And the harmonic indicator is going to turn green color. It's that simple. All right? Now, when you see green here means you're within the protective bubble of the EmGuarde. Simple enough? So the demonstration is like before and after, just turn on and off. It's like how you drop your Kangen water and turn the water purple. Straightforward? Very simple. Okay, very simple.
When it beeps, what does it mean?
When it beeps?
When the detector still beeps.
Yes. Because you must understand that when this detector beeps, it's actually showing you that there are still certain energies in the environment, because this unit is not meant to cancel everything. So the minimum beeping means there are still some background noises, but it's been reduced. All right, target is been reduced. That's the reason why you can still hear the beep, but the beep is not intensifyingly beeping. For example, let's say now, without the EmGuarde, when you put a radiation source close to this ring, it is beeping intensifyingly. Can you see that? All right? But when you turn on the EmGuarde, I want you to imagine that this thing is like okay, let me just turn this on. Can you hear the beep? You see? So it is not intensifying. All right, so once in a while, it will come back, because this thing is not supposed to reduce the radiation completely. It is suppressing it to a level that you and I can be safe, all right, so that we can have all these benefits in the environment itself. So far, so good. So it still beeps, because it's not going to cancel, because when this thing can cancel everything, right, means you cannot receive your phone signal, there is no Wi-Fi in the room, and we are not supposed to do that. All right?
The previous EmGuarde, your explanation was that the EmGuarde is actually giving out opposite waves.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Is it still the same technology?
It is the same.
So because it's giving out opposite waves, so it's cutting off the radiation.
Can. Now, I will get back to your question quickly, because I don't want to stop the momentum here. I'll come back to you with an explanation on the board. All right? So now, when the EmGuarde is off, it's red, right? Okay? So when the EmGuarde is on means it's harmonized is green. All right? Now, the reason why they designed this is because they want to simplify the whole demonstration. Instead of you going back into microwatts, or last time we used this SDR detector to do all this demo, and apparently based on the 2.5 years experience, a lot of people, they find it very technical, and it's very hard for them to even duplicate or to even install the app and start using all these tools as well. So because of all this cumulative feedback, the designers actually went back to the drawing board to come up with something simple. They call it simple marketing language, all right? Straightforward, and it's easier for people to duplicate with the new tool. All right, so they design this for marketing purposes, all right, to make it simple. So far, so good? All right, cool. Now, I already did the demo. This video is a repetitive of what I'm doing, right? So when you turn on the EmGuarde, of course, you see the harmonic indicator turning from red to green color, okay? All right, so you're seeing the same effect, but we're converting it into a video format so that you can show to your people. Okay, all right. Okay, good. All right. So again, these are the specs, and now we have actually created this. This is what we call the EMD 100 handbook. So you just scan this QR code, and we're going to take you into one. So we created this handbook. It's like, I think, a few pages, and there are about 16 commonly asked questions, including some of your questions as well, in regards to detector. So we put it there with answers, and now you don't have to learn all this. You can just send the handbook to your downlines or your customers. They can read it for themselves. So we created this for duplication purposes as well. So you can scan the QR code, and it will actually take you to the handbook. All right, very straightforward. You captured the picture already for the QR code? All good? You'll get the slides anyway. Yeah, you get the slides anyway. All right. Now, last but not least, before I end my presentation today, all right, I'm very happy to share with you that this technology actually, being tested by a PhD professor by the name of Dr. Tay Lai Kwan. So what she did was she accumulated about 115 students in the uni, and she did a survey and found out that about 37 of the students out of the pool of 115 has got EHS symptoms. So what do you mean by EHS? EHS is actually electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome. Means these people, they are more sensitive towards the pollution of EMR. So when they put them close to, for example, close to a radiation source, let's say put it in front of a computer, they will have headache, they will develop all this, we call it electromagnetic radiation sickness. Some people, they feel dizzy, when they put them in the computer room. Some people, let's say you put them next to a Wi-Fi router, they thought that they have vertigo, but actually it's actually coming from the router itself. It is affected by all these invisible waves, right? They call it EHS. So from her research, she actually put all these people, 37 of them, into a test. And all these participants, they actually used the EmGuarde for 3 days. And between, she actually took the blood, samples from the venipuncture and also the prick test to confirm the rouleau formation. It's not recovery, but we will call it improvement, from rouleau formation. So this is the first thing they did. And of course, certain biomarkers as well. All right? So she went through a long test. It took her about 2 or 3 months, come for all these different tests. You can read about the report during your free time. I'm not going to go through this because it's too technical, but it's there for you to read. All right? But instead, I'm going to let her explain to you in a short 4-minute video what did she discover, putting her students together with EmGuarde for 3 days. All right? The results. Let's take a look.
So my name is Dr. Tay Lai Kwan. I'm the Deputy Dean for the Faculty of Science from the Department of Allied Health Science. I'm teaching for biomedical and also didactic students. So for this project, we are looking into the electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome. In short, I will call this as EHS. And we are looking into a portable device, which is named as EmGuarde, to look into the protective effect over the self-achieved EHS participant. In this project, the participants will carry the device for 3 days, And before and after they carry the device, we look into the live blood morphology, observing any Rayleigh formation. Other than that, we will take out the plasma to look into the oxidative marker, including the H protein marker and also the histamine marker. And we look into the allergic marker, such as the malolphiolate marker. And also we are looking into the neuromarker, which is serotonin marker.
What motivated your research team to explore the relationship between electromagnetic radiation exposure and rouleau formation in the blood?
The usage of the electronic devices is getting more increasing after the pandemic of the COVID-19. So, and just up to your information, Malaysia are being ranked as the third most of having a highest screen time globally and also worldwide. So while exposing too much of this electromagnetic field, it will be leading to have the change over the blood morphology. So that will hence lead to the Rayleigh formation. So once the Rayleigh formation is formed inside the bloodstream, it will be causing the delivery of the oxygen transport will be getting lacking, and it will be also affect the microvascular circulation. And once this microvascular circulation get affected, it might lead to have a lot of the sign and symptom, which is not specific sign and symptom, in leading to have this EHS, electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome.
Why is rouleau formation considered an important biomarker when evaluating the body's response to external environmental factors?
I would like to address is, rather than talking on Rayleigh formation is the is a biomarker, I would say that this is a preliminary physiological indicator to indicate that someone is overexposure to certain electromagnetic field. Our normal red cells, it do have the negative charges surrounding the red cells. So, and once exposing too much of this electromagnetic field, it can be causing all those charges to be reduced, and the repellent forces will get reduced, and all the red cells will be aggregate and stacking each other, in leading to have the formation of the Rayleigh formation. All the red cells to get aggregate and will start over the circulation, and may affect the microvascular flow, and this may actually causing the blood to get disturbance over the normal blood flow. We conducted an international study to assess how the body responds to everyday electromagnetic environments, and whether that response can be positively supported with the protection of EmGuarde technology. Within just a 3-day observation period, 70.3% of participants reported noticeable improvement in their symptoms. We also observed a 50.7% reduction in blood cell aggregation, which is significant as it supports smoother blood flow, improved microcirculation, and more efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients at the cellular level. In addition, there was a 59.5% increase in serotonin level, supporting better mood, sleep, and cognitive function.
Okay, thanks. I understand that, when the doctor speaks about all this serotonin and all that, I know it's very scientific. So our team actually derived a very simple conclusion, just to let you know that, what are the positive changes that these people experience after 3 days of using the EmGuarde. Now, I see these doctors work as Dr. Shinya. Dr. Shinya used to put his patient through Kangen water, and how he actually, helped with the colon issues. And they actually confirmed it with a colonoscopy like 3 months after using Kangen water. So this is 3 days. I want to imagine that these people, they are achieving these results in just 3 days. But you and I, we are not going to use our EmGuarde for only 3 days, right? We're going to use the EmGuarde for 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, for example. So imagine when you're using your EmGuarde consistently for the next 3 years, for example. Can you imagine all these statistics, the percentage is going to go way up higher as compared to 3 days, all right? So our team actually came up with this. This is a simplified version, and we got a doctor's approval to present this because this is accurate. She said, go ahead, all right? She said, go ahead. So 50.7% of these participants experience a reduction in blood cell aggregation, which is rouleau formation, and this is big. Because these people, they are having EHS, and more than half of them, they experience a relief of rouleau formation. There's a reduction on it. 70.3% of EHS users showed improvement. EHS means electro hypersensitivity syndrome. They showed improvement. So 10 out of 7, 7 out of 10, all right? Now, 59.5% show increased serotonin level. Now, this is one of the most common testimonials I get for the past 3 years. When we go around the world, you know, Simon and I, we've been traveling around the world doing talks for EmGuarde. And one of the most important testimonials that we receive most of the time is, people say that when they turn on the EmGuarde technology for the first day, they sleep like a baby. Any of you here, you're experiencing the same thing? Can you show me your hands? Look around you, all right? So now we have got a scientific explanation why are we sleeping better when there is the harmonic protection within us. It is because of this. Dr. Ted discovered that when these people use the EmGuarde for only 3 days, 59.7% show increase of serotonin. And serotonin is actually a happy hormone, all right? And it's going to regulate your mood, help you to sleep better, give you good appetites, and a better cognitive function. You can think better as well, make better decisions, okay? So there you go, about 60%, very close. It's very good. It's only 3 days. And last but not least, 42.7% reduction in heat shock protein. All right? Now, this heat shock protein is triggered by heat, oxidative stress, you know, and your environment as well. And after using the EmGuarde for only 3 days, 42.7% reduction in this bad protein. All right? That's actually caused by oxidative stress around you. So these are the amazing statistics that we have. You know, and thanks to Dr. Te. And now Dr. Te and her team is actually working towards publishing this whole test into PubMed, which is a search engine in the US. And in the near future, you know, you and your customers can actually search for this. You just type PubMed, you put in EmGuarde, and the research paper will appear. All right? So that's phase 2. They're working on it now. All right? So you're looking into this, and you guys are the first batch, you know, of Singaporean coming live here and to see this live in this office. Okay? All right? So there you go. So now, that's all for my talk today. I hope that, you know, with all this knowledge and all this, you know, you got more confidence in this technology, and hence, you can actually use this as part of a tool to actually build your business. All right? Now, madam, don't worry. I will come back to your question, because I do not want to break the momentum here. All right? We've got another speaker waiting, and this speaker is going to give you so much value. Should I call, maybe I can ask Ken-san, you know, to come up to give this man a brief introduction. All right? Let's pass the stage back to Ken.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So I hope you all learn about the detector, about the
I'll come back to you.
EmGuardes. Okay, and now, without further ado, let's welcome our next speaker, all the way from Malaysia, 682-4. He really ranked up using EmGuardes. Yes, yeah, he's the one, and let's welcome him.
Thank you. Okay, sounds good. All right. Thank you very much, Ken. So first of all, good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are you guys feeling? Good. Who's excited about the EmGuarde? Who's excited? Yeah, some people don't put up a hand on. Don't know whether you're excited or not. Okay, whether you're excited or not, I'm very excited. Okay, and I'm a distributor. So what I'm trying to say is, when I first saw this, of course, I got to see this from David very early on, even before it was launched. I had the privilege. And I also had the privilege to also meet Dr. Te at a very brief moment. And it just opened up my eyes to how this model, first of all, David spoke about these 3 words, time under protection. The amount of time that you will be spending with the portable unit versus the standalone, the stationary unit, is significantly higher. And who here you travel with the Gen 1 EmGuarde? Who here you bring it out with yourself? You just put up your hands. Amazing. You guys are better than me because I don't. You know, because I got no excuse for it. I don't have a bag and I'm lazy. So I put it in my house. I don't really travel with it, in all honesty. So when I saw this product now, of course, took a flight from Malaysia this morning, come over here, it was always with me. And so my time under protection with this is significantly higher. And I believe that's going to be the same for many of you and many of your customers and distributors, right? And who here you already have the first gen of EmGuarde? Can you just see raise of hands? Okay. Who here you want to get the new portable one? Raise up your hands. Fantastic. You can do it, I mean, at your own timeline, you know. You guys are already, everybody's a distributor, right? Can I just see who here you're not a distributor yet? Okay. There's a few new people. So let's give them a round of applause. Welcome them. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. So I just want to introduce myself for those of you who are meeting for the very first time. My name is Simon from KL, and I've been with Enagic for over 10 years. Anybody longer than me? I think God. God, yeah, over. How many years? 15 years? Jit? 14 years? Anybody long? Anybody else? Okay. So, sorry? Catherine? 12 years. So we got these are my sifu. Got 12, got 15 years and 14 years. So you know, this company has been around for how many years? 52 years. In fact, myself and David and many people, including about 1,000 over distributors, was just at Okinawa, Japan. That is the HQ or heart and soul of this company in Okinawa, Japan, to celebrate the 52nd anniversary just about two and a half weeks ago. All right, we were there. And that was where this new product was launched in the anniversary event. So I'm very excited, and I've come here today on the invitation of my good friend, Mr. Ken. Give him a big round of applause, you know, because, and of course all the staff, they organize this, get all of us together, because I believe that when we have an important message that could change your life in terms of your health, and it could change your life in terms of your business, we're here to share, right? And over the last 3 years, why I say 3 years, because the first gen EmGuarde was launched in 2023. I think I came here for a seminar twice. Ken also invited me. Some of you were there. You guys are always coming back. It's fantastic. And when the first generation of EmGuarde was launched, I saw a huge opportunity already, because I was already doing Kangen water at that time for over about 7 years, right? And would you agree with me that not everybody will say yes to the Kangen machine? In fact, in my 10 years, there's definitely 10 times more no's than yes. No, not EmGuarde. 10 times more no's than yes, because we are in sales, right? So my closing ratio for a Kangen sale is probably 10%. Some of you thinking, hey Simon, you talk so much, you talk so good, cannot sell more, man. No, it's about 10%. Because this is a universal law. You have to talk to a lot of people, right? So in our business, if you're not getting the sales that you want, you're just not talking to enough people. You're just not exposing to enough people, whether you are talking to them physically, or whether you're doing a seminar like this, or whether you're doing some online funnel business. It's the same, right? So when EmGuarde was launched 3 years ago, long story short, I got very excited because before EmGuarde was launched, I was in a very unique country called Nigeria. Anybody been to Nigeria before? I don't think you guys would like it. Because in Singapore, it's everything is so convenient. The moment you come to the airport, smooth, everything's smooth. You go to Nigeria, you go to the airport, you want to U-turn. You want to go back to wherever you came from. Because it's a very difficult country. But why did I go there? Because there was no Enagic, there was no Kangen water in Nigeria. And I believe anybody that appreciates health and also wealth to build a business, you have a market there. So I spent about a year in Nigeria. Amazing market, amazing people, right? I know the Nigerians have a bad reputation outside. Even they know. And they say, Simon, don't worry, we export those people. Here we are good people. So they laugh about it. Amazing people. I was there for a year. Can you imagine? A year. But it's not as bad as you think, to be honest. But it's a difficult country, but a lot of interest on the water, but there was a huge issue. When I tested the water in Nigeria, not acidic, very acidic. Okay? Almost like Coca-Cola acidic. And that is their tap water. That is the water they use to make rice and soup and brush their teeth and give their kids every single day. So there's a huge demand for it. But there was one fundamental issue. One fundamental issue. When we install the Kangen machine, and if you just install it outright, the water that comes out from the 9.5 is only pH 6.8 or 7. Why? Because it was too acidic. Okay? So I had a lot of issues there. And we had to do a lot of pre-filtration systems. A lot of work needs to be done to make sure the water is good. Not like in Malaysia and Singapore, our water is very good. Right? Now, when I came back to Malaysia, after a year, we opened up the office. Very, very good. Everything went well. We found some solutions. That was when David did the 6A and above meeting. I can't remember exactly what date it was, in the Enagic Malaysia event in a hotel. That was a launch event of the old EmGuarde. And when I saw the EmGuarde for the very first time, the reason why I got so excited is because I said, hey, David, no water problem or no? So I got excited because of pain, because I had to deal with all these issues in the previous market. And the second thing is, it's often very difficult to show your friends or your family or your acquaintances where you're on a Starbucks or Coffee Bean how the Kangen water works. You need to take time to demo to them. But now with the EmGuarde and with this new detector, is it easy to show people? It is so simple. All right? Do you guys want to learn how I got from 6A2 in as early as 2023, I was still a 6A2. And since the EmGuarde was launched, I was able to incorporate EmGuarde into my business strategy and went from 6A2 to 6A2-4 in about 12 months. Would you guys like to learn that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, it's because I believe I don't have a team in Singapore. It's okay, you guys do it. All right? So I'm here to, on behalf of, because I'm just very grateful to Enagic, because Enagic changed my life. Before this, I was a boring accountant. Do I look like an accountant? I'm not supposed to be there. But I studied 3 years, first class honor student, accounting and finance. I was going to go into Pricewaterhouse to become an auditor. Can you imagine? Okay. I was in there. I didn't enjoy it. So I left, right? And when I left, that's where I found Enagic. So it changed my life. Not just about the money. The money is great, right? Totally financially free. You know, in fact, the money that I've earned from Enagic is I built investment portfolios. I'm good. And I still continue to do it. Why? Because I would like to inspire people that is at my age, 30, 32, I'm 32 this year, that is stuck in a job that they really hate and they don't like, for them to have a second option in life. Because a lot of people out there, they think this is it. No other option already, man. Box life, this is it. But when you expose them to Enagic, that is not it. You have an alternative. All right, and I was blessed to be able to be exposed to that alternative when I was 22 years old. Only a few months into my auditor job. Anybody know people who are auditors? Anybody? I don't know in Singapore the work culture, but in Malaysia, it's 9 to 9 every day. And how much is that time? 10 years ago, when I got my first offer from Pricewaterhouse, I still remember, I can tell you, with allowance, 2,850 ringgit. Not even 1,000 Sing. Big firm. That was not for me. So Enagic changed my life. And I would like to now talk to more people about how they can use this as, David has done an incredible job on what the technology can do. Would you guys agree? Can we give David another big round of applause? So I'm not going to go back to revisit whatever he has discussed. To me, that's just perfect explanation. I think some of you have some questions. I'm going to stay back later for some Q&A. All right? But the more important part now is, my question to you is, why are you doing Enagic? Can I hear some answers from the crowd? Just shout it out. Just shout it out. I don't know. My friend asked me do, I do. My brother asked me to buy the machine, I buy, and then I come here every week. But what's the reason? What's the reason? You were very scared leh. When time freedom, generous compensation model. Okay, but that's not really a purpose. I mean, that's a feature of the plan. But what is your own purpose? Freedom, right? You want to make extra income. Or some of you, maybe you're already retired. You want to earn more staying at home, right? And having more time with your kids or your grandkids or whatever it is. All right? So everybody, I believe, you must have a strong purpose why you're doing this. For me, I just didn't see myself being an accountant for the rest of my life. And I told myself this, if I'm going to work for a living, I'm going to work for a living somewhere else. I'm going to come to Singapore, Australia, whatever. I'm not going to work in Malaysia, right? Because the same effort, different salary, okay? But I love Malaysia. I love my pork noodles. I love this, I love that. I don't want to go. So how can I stay here but earn what I want to earn? I find a solution. So everybody has a different purpose, right? So for me, it was, I want to stay in Malaysia, but build a global business and be financially free. That was my purpose. And I believe that there are many Singaporeans, Malaysians, or whatever. We're all the same, right? We're flesh and we got skin. And we're all worried about the same things. bills, credit card, house, car, expenses, health, generally family. And I truly believe that Enagic, with its products and the compensation model, can solve all of this if you do it the right way. All right? So, then I'm going to share you a little bit of my journey. But before that, I want to talk about, I think David just now covered on the product, and I just want to talk about the price of the new EmGuarde. All right? Now, the new EmGuarde, we call it the EmGuarde Portable. It will be sold in a bundle of 2. Because we believe that, I think Enagic talked about when you buy a set, husband and wife, one. And in fact, I bought more than 2 bundles for my own family because I have my parents, myself, my wife. I need more than 4. So I bought 2 sets already. I'll need to get more in the future, depending on the usage. So one bundle in Singapore, this is the official retail price, is 3,280 Sing dollars for before tax. Thank you, Kelvin. For a bundle of 2 units. Okay? Now, distributors. I think I'm talking about mostly distributors here. This is very exciting for me because the new EmGuarde bundle qualifies as a 1 group sale for rank advancement, title bonuses, and something called GFS. GFS is paid to those people who are 6A2-3 and above. It is calculated as a 1 unit. Compared to the previous model, it was calculated as a 0.5, if you guys remember. All right? So this allows us to actually build the business and rank up a lot faster. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, this is the direct sale commission. Now, Sing dollars again, 1A commission for the EmGuarde bundle is 170 Sing. Okay, 1A. So if it's 2A, you multiply, 340. 3A, 4A, 5A, so on and so forth. Okay, who here you are 4A and above? Anybody? 4A distributor and above? Okay, I like to use the word 4A because 4A is quite an achievable rank and the commission gets really good already. All right, so $170 Sing. If you're talking about 4A, can somebody help me multiply? How much is that? $680 per sale. Okay? Now, the thing of how I see this technology is because it's so new in Singapore, even the old one is new, if you ask me, 3 years is new. But this one is even newer. Such a new technology, and from David's session, you would see the importance of having it. And just now I asked you guys a question. Who here, those of you who already have the previous gen, you also raise up your hand that you want to buy the new one, which means there is a demand for this product. In fact, if you explain it the right way, you create that demand. Because this product, the demand is not going to come itself. It's not going to come itself. Because if you put this product online, you just put this thing. Do people know what it is? Don't know. What it does? They don't know. Benefit? Don't know. So the demand is to be created by distributor. How do you create it? In a way, the simplest term, if you're doing a live demo, you have to do this. Why? People do not believe or fear things that they cannot see. As simple as that. So I use this all the time when I do a demo. And the moment I do a demo, all my friends are immediately saying, oh my God, I didn't know it's so bad. Oh my God, in fact, because of my demo to one of my very good friends who I play tennis every week with, he had a newborn baby boy, 2 months old, he almost built his baby room in the room downstairs that had a DB box, electric box. And he almost made that the baby room. And he said, thanks for telling me this. If not, I would have done that. So he created a makeshift room for his baby away from the DB box. So it is about education. And then he bought the EmGuarde from me. So I didn't start by telling him that you need this for your baby, your wife, and all that. I started the curiosity by helping him to do some measuring and detection in his home. And that immediately opened up his eyes because he never knew about this before. And after he asked me, bro, how can I get this? I didn't even need to sell it to him. And I want you to understand that in the world of EMF technology, there are also other companies doing it. Enagic is not the only one. I'm sure you have seen online people selling sticker. Some sticker, put it on the phone, put it on a laptop, put it on a TV, and somehow it is going to protect you. Now, whether it works or not, there are many brands out there, I don't know. But through David's testing, I've tested a few myself, it didn't do anything. We don't know how to test it. In fact, those companies normally do not have a wave to test also. They just say what the product does, and you just buy it, because it's very cheap. It's $20, $30, $50, whatever, right? People just buy it. The EmGuarde technology is one of the only technologies in the EMF world that you can do a demo. Is that powerful enough? Because Enagic is all about doing a demo. And in fact, in our team in Malaysia, we have a mantra. And the mantra is, no demo, no sales. You cannot talk people into buying an EmGuarde. You cannot talk people into buying a machine. You have to show a demo. So in the EMF world, the EmGuarde stands out instantly because we can demo to people how it works. All right? And let me not even start on the new Utah report from Dr. Tay Lai Kwan. That was very powerful. Was that powerful, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Because it's tested by a doctor. We're not doctors, right? Accountant, how to test. All right, we can do debit and credit only. All right? But these are doctors, right? And we use these results. So, $170 per point. So if you're 4A, you're talking about $680. And the market is big. If you're able to create a marketing system, or you reactivate your team, or you yourself go out there and capture the market share. If you're doing 10 sales a month, you're already looking at $6,800 Sing of commission. Is that good money? It's good. Because that is before your downline start to produce. What if your downline starts to produce 5 sales here, 10 sales here, 2 sales here, 1 sale here, and you recruit back in Malaysia, another 10 sales here. This business can bring you very far. But you just have to understand the distinction between being a product seller. This is very important. You have to understand the difference between being a product seller versus a business. What's the word? Builder. Who here, you are more of a product seller? Put up your hand. Fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. Huh? Product sellers are good because this is the core fundamental of any company. But who here, you are focusing more on the business? Raise up your hand. All right? Now, for me, there's no right or wrong. But for me, I am more on the business builder side. Why? Because I believe for you to generate an income of 10, 15, 20,000 Sing, whatever the amount that you want to generate, with a capital of 3,000 Sing is a no-brainer. And for me, it is easier to sell this as a business than to sell it as a product. Are you guys with me? Yep. Much easier. Because nowadays in Singapore, let's say you have people that is going to a retirement, or maybe they have left their job, they're looking to start a business. If they want to open a small little coffee shop or even a hawker store and all that, is it going to cost them a lot of money to set it up? They want to open a cafe, how much is it going to cost them? 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 Sing. Easily. To a business that may or may not succeed. But here in Enagic, with 3,000 plus Sing, you don't just own a product, you get a global business that doesn't require you to pay rental, staff, overhead. And we have a beautiful office overlooking the MBS for you to use. When I put it that way, it's a no-brainer, right? It is a no-brainer. And that's how I fell in love with it. And the thing is, if you're not talking to people enough about the business, that could be the reason why it hasn't been explosive for you. If you want this to be explosive, you have to talk about the business and the product at the same time. Okay? And how to talk about the business? You have to start with your story. Why am I doing this? Just now I asked you guys, what's your reason? A lot of you stunned. Don't know. Actually, I don't know. Oh, very good compensation plan. Yeah, good. But when you start with your story, your purpose, that, you know, I've been working big part of my life for 30 years. I'm not being able to enjoy my life. I'm not being able to spend time with my kids or grandkids now. And finally now I want to build something that I can stay at home, connect with people that I love, and build something that I can do over Zoom or even meet people and help other people that is my age to also build a business, to generate them a full-time income while they're retired. That's my purpose. Very strong story, right? you have to create your own story. I shared about my story just now, right? Being an accountant, this and that. That's my story. Sounds very boring, but it works. Because why? A lot of people are in my shoes before. And the moment your story gets to click with people, they buy into it. Because why? They also want the same life like what you have. So talk about the business, all right? It's very important to learn about the product. That's why David has specifically came down here to educate us about the product. But beyond that, you have to take it to the next step. How can you leverage on this product and this company as a platform to build a business? And that is more important, okay? Now, I'm sidetracking. I always sidetrack. Second thing is education allowance. Do you guys know what that is? For 6As and above, you will know what that is the previous EmGuarde did not have this bonus, education allowance. It was not there. And the second one now, Enagic has actually graciously added the education allowance for 6A and above, which is $23 for the first level 6A. Second and third level is $11 each. Okay? So for those who are 6As, when you build your team and it goes deeper and deeper, we still get more bonuses. Okay? Enroller program is not available. Now, I think everybody is familiar with the concept of core and non-core account. Are you guys familiar? Maybe I just repeat it simply, right? In summary, core product commission, which means you are a distributor that already has either a level up machine, Kangen machine, or a Wukon product, or Anaspa. So you're considered a core account. So if somebody new joins the Enagic business with EmGuarde, they are considered a non-core account. And if they start to sell, the non-core commission is 132 Sing dollar compared to core. So this is a great thing for us as distributors to ensure that all our new downlines that come in with EmGuarde subsequently also buys the Kangen machine. And they will only do that if they are a distributor. Because if they're coming in as a user, this doesn't matter to them. Am I right? Doesn't matter. I buy 3,280 Sing, same. But why would people buy the Kangen machine later on? Because why? They also want to earn core commissions. All right, this we're going to do that later on. Now, in terms of increasing the sellability and marketability of the product, when you have this, who here, you're going to carry this everywhere you go? Raise up your hand. Carry it, right? So charge it fully, carry it, so that when you go to a coffee shop, what do? Do you keep it here? You don't want people see it. What is it? Oh, my own very special one, don't want people see it. No, what do? You take it, you put it right there. You put it right there when you're having coffee, makan with your friends. And I guarantee you, they'll ask you, hey, what is that? What is that? Doesn't look like a phone. Doesn't look like a power bank. What is it? Don't tell you. Eat finish first, I tell you. Okay. So you can do all these things. I like to do it. I mean, I'm a bit of a joker, but I do all these things. And I said that this actually is protecting this area from the unwanted electromagnetic radiation, which is invisible, but we're exposed to a lot of it. I think if you talk to people about radiation, they know. They have a concept. But whether they know in depth about all this research, maybe we don't know. Okay? Maybe they just know that, oh, it's just not that good, it's harmful or whatever. And then the second thing is, do you want to see actually without this how bad this environment is? You say, yeah. Turn it off and you whip out the detector. So now everywhere I go, I have this Coach a bag that I bought that fits perfectly one detector and one EmGuarde. So when I go there, I just look at this. This is my weapon. We say Cantonese are Tolong To. Don't know if you guys know or not. Tolong To. This is my Tolong To. Okay? It's a knife, all right? The mythical Chinese story. Okay? And this is able to show you how bad this environment is. Then you take it out. Then you beep, 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 beep. You then notice the look on their face. Who's calling me? Okay, wait. Oh, my phone is with. Oh, my phone is here. Okay. Okay, it's my Indian downline. Okay, he's been trying to call me. Okay, now, so I show this everywhere, and you just look at their face. My God, they don't know it. And then you turn on the EmGuarde. No need presentation. No need for slides. When they see the detector go to green zone, they're already sold to a certain extent. Okay? So that's what I like to do. I carry my Kangen bottle, and I carry my EmGuarde. And it is a great conversation starter. Okay? But again, remember, if you want to achieve great success in this company, who here you want to be 682-3 and above? Raise up your hand. Everybody, right? How long you want to take? How long? Must got goal one, must got timeline one. You know what? You know why we don't set timelines for ourselves? We scared we cannot achieve. That's the only reason. Let's be real. I used to be like that. I don't know lah. Let's see lah. Happen, happen law. Don't happen law, right? Okay. We like to say these kind of things. Why? Because number one, we don't give ourselves pressure, and we're actually genuinely afraid that we may not achieve it. So better not say. But let me tell you something. The day I declared I'm going to be a 682-3 and so date, then only it happened. Because for the first 7 years of my business in Enagic, I never set a clear goal on when I want to become 682-3. I just said, let's see where it goes. Let me just work as hard as possible and see what is the results. All right? So you must have a goal. Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? And then you reverse engineer and see what you need to do. How many people you need to become a -3. All right? And you need so many people. Okay, then how am I going to bring in these people? What are my ways? What are my marketing systems? Or how many people I have to talk to bring in these people? Because at a closing ratio of 10%, if you need this amount of people to become a -3, and if your closing ratio is 10%, it means you need to talk to 10 times the people. If not, it will never happen. You see what I'm saying? It will never happen. All right? In Enagic, it's a dream to say that you may just look for 2 people and then become lucky and that person become Bernard Chan and Raymond Sun and all that. It happens, but not all the time. So you need, most of us, like me, I was not lucky. I worked very hard. I worked very, very hard to look for my people, train them, nurture them, and then I became a -3 and a -4 because I had to reverse engineer. So with that being said, creating interest is one thing. At the end of the day, you have to transition to a business builder. So even though they got interested for the product, but when they come in here, you have to expose them to the business. But by exposing them to the business, your customer may look at you like this. I never say I want to make money also. I'm very busy with my work. I'm not interested. So before they give you such statements, you have to probe first. Ask questions. That is quality questions like, hey, just wondering, okay? We are running you can call it whatever, a recruitment drive in our company. We're actually looking for people that are working professionals or stay-home mothers or whatever it is, or business people, entrepreneurs, to actually expand our brand in Singapore. And we're actually looking for people that has a taste and want to taste entrepreneurship and to become a business owner. And we're actually marketing and launching this new EmGuarde product that I've just shared with you. All right? Now, I just want to ask you, are you somebody that's actually looking for an additional income on the side or to even start a business? And you let them answer you. Oh, yeah, I'll be interested. Or, hey, no lah, I'm so busy already with my work, I'm really not interested. Then you don't expose to the business. All right? So you have to ask a very simple question to qualify them. Just that simple question would help you not waste a lot of time. Because why? Sometimes we just talk about the business. They are not even interested. Or even in their heart, they're saying, sounds very good, but I got no time. You see? So you want to save yourself time. And you want to maintain that relationship. So how do you do that? Ask questions. That's it. One question. Finish. So sometimes these are all very simple steps that we forget to take sometimes that could change the outcome. Okay? So conversation starter and bring them to the business only if they want to. If they don't want to, don't waste time. Okay? Can everybody say to your partner left and right, don't waste time. All right? Don't waste time. Okay? Don't waste time. Because what is the population of Singapore? 6 million. So 6 million is growing, right? Is the population growing? It is. 6 million, right? Do you need 6 million people to become a 682-3? There you go. Don't waste time with people that are not interested. You only need a few key people to join you in your business to become a 682-3. So don't focus on quantity, focus on the quality. People who are willing and coachable, all right? All right, so of course, EmGuarde now, it's becoming a lifestyle product for us to stay present in a connected world. And who here have young kids at home? Anybody? Young kids? Young kids? Yeah? target people that have young kids. Easiest way to sell. Why? They would do, you know, some of them, they buy the stroller, also want to buy $1,000 stroller. Why? Well, because the cushion is like that, the fella spine, like that one. Okay, then I buy this one. Oh, this one, I buy a 500 Sing one because this one. They care so much for their child. They do all of this, and they're forgetting that there's something called electromagnetic radiation, which to me is more important than a $1,000 stroller. More important. Last time, baby, you put them in the sarong, you can carry them already. You don't need $1,000, right? But now, in a modern world, I believe this is essential. It is only not essential for people who don't know what it is. So it's about for us to create it. So talk to people who are young adults, young family. And of course, in Singapore, you guys take a lot of public transport for sure, but definitely you have people that drive cars, especially now with petrol prices going up very high. A lot of people are turning to electric vehicles. Anybody here owns electric vehicle? Anybody here knows people who owns electric vehicle? Yes. Tesla, BMW, all of them are using BYD, all electric vehicles. So radiation low or high? High. There you go. Talk to them about it, right? That they can have, I can guarantee you, 99% of people that buys electric vehicle, let me rephrase, 99.99% of people that buys electric vehicle has never even considered something called electromagnetic radiation. They only think about, okay, maybe tax exemption, save on this, save on that. That is the buying thought process. And it is now for us to actually talk about it, educate them that, look, it's not end of the world that you have this car, but hey, there's this pollution. Get this for your car, come on, because your kids are inside. Very easy sell. There's a very successful distributor in Hong Kong. Her name is Winnie. I know some of you have met her maybe. In Hong Kong, they call her Winnie Ma, because why? She was like the grandmother of Kangen, Enagic in Hong Kong. She's been doing Enagic for over 20 years. All right, that's why everybody call her Winnie Ma. And she owns a Tesla, and she has sold so many EmGuardes in the Tesla group or group in Hong Kong. And I asked her, what is your closing ratio? She said, you will not believe me, 100%. I said, got such thing one? 100%. I said, 100%. And she said, she doesn't even do a demo. Just tell them, they buy. Because why? They don't feel that the product is expensive in terms of their health. They just buy it, right? And also, they know they cannot go back to a petrol car because the petrol price in Hong Kong is more than Singapore. I believe, how much is it in Singapore? Petrol price? 3.4. 3.4? Oh, I think a bit higher only, about similar. Yeah, so it's very expensive. That's why they all go for electric vehicle, right? So go for all these associations. I believe you cannot stick with your existing warm market. If your warm market finish means finish already, one. You have to look at different places to get more leads, to do more promotions, to do more awareness, to create more sales, right? So my team and I, we do a lot of things online. We do marketing online. We use ads to do online. We do roadshows, different groups, Facebook groups, specifically like maybe stay-home moms, more for the business. And you just create more avenues or more channels to talk about your product and your business. You have to get out of the circle that you're used to, all right? And I think ultimately, you can relax and scroll freely without worry. But this is not to promote more. This is not 12 hours. You don't increase to 14 hours just because you have EmGuarde, okay? We still need to reduce, but with the EmGuarde, it's giving us an added layer of protection, okay? Now, workspace people who are in offices, definitely talk to them about it, all right? And if you can tap into the health, I think Singapore is getting more and more healthy, right? People are doing like running, cycling, high rocks, you know, pickleball, tennis. A lot of people are getting more health conscious nowadays, especially after COVID. And the health community in Malaysia is also growing very fast. In Singapore, I believe is growing also very, very fast, maybe even faster. And if you can tap into athletes that go for runs, and if you are a runner yourself, strap it on. Show people what you have, all right? And you can also, because it's, according to David, I got some idea there already. Okay, I got some idea already. So according to David, it helps the blood circulation. Not according to David, according to the Utah results. It helps with blood circulation. See, it will definitely help the athletes. Again, new market segment that you may have not thought before. All right, talk about it. All right, so this was me on a very big stage on the 52nd anniversary event in Okinawa just about a couple weeks ago. And I just want to tell you guys this, that over 1,000 distributors were there, and I had the privilege to be invited by Mr. Oshum himself, our CEO and founder, to be the speaker for EmGuarde in that event. I'm very honored, but what I saw there was the enthusiasm and the excitement from all these American, Canadian, European, African, whatever, Asian, Australian distributors that were there in Okinawa. And I can tell you, the excitement that they had, a lot of them are going to take this to the next level, all right? Of course, here in Singapore, they're very far away. They may not target here, but with the way online business works, right, they can target anywhere around the world that EmGuarde is available for sale. And that's what I can see. Most of these guys there, they do their business online, so they can target anywhere. So to become successful in this business again, you have to be a pioneer. And today, again, Ken mentioned, or I think Ken mentioned, that you guys are the first bunch to attend this EmGuarde launch seminar in Singapore. Give yourself a big round of applause, right? Give yourself a big round of applause. And I just want to say, don't take that opportunity for granted. Because this EmGuarde launch is the first, and it will not happen again. It will not repeat again. So we're very privileged to know about this technology at such an early stage. And we can be the pioneer in Malaysia and now in Singapore. All right? And my next question is, who here, you're not 6A yet, by a show of hands? Okay. Who here, you want to be 6A, by a show of hands? Okay, okay, good. All right? So what is the 6A requirement? What is the 6A requirement? 100 group sales, right? And 300,000 of sales value. Okay? Now, why am I so excited with this new EmGuarde? Because the sales value of the set of two, the bundle of two EmGuarde, in US dollar term, is 2,880. Which means if you do some simple calculation, with about 105 EmGuarde bundle sales, you can become a 6A, which is very exciting. The previous one, you have to sell about 202 or 3 because the sale value was lower to become a 6A. All right? I still sold a lot, but it would be great if I had this 3 years ago. I will probably rank out more accounts to 6A. That's why now I'm excited. I'm not as excited as before. I'm more excited than before because of not just the product, but this part of it. That my team and my downlines now, I have teams in Malaysia, I have team in India, Dubai, Russia, Nigeria. They're all waiting for EmGuarde to be launched there because they want to rank up and they want to sell a lot of these things. All right? This is a huge thing. All right? And, well, this is still new, but would you guys like to learn my previous strategy to go from 6A2 to -4? Yes? 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 Okay. You're not interested? I don't share ma. Right? Okay. Actually, there was no secret. There was no secret. There was no secret. The secret was I worked very, very hard to expose this to my team. Some of you could have teams of 20, 30, 40 people, even hundreds of people. When I say team, includes customers. Past, old Kangen customers that bought a machine from you many years ago. So even within my team, I had, at that time, more than 10,000 customers in my organization, including distributors. And I worked very hard just to target every single one of them. It's very difficult to get to even your own people sometimes because there are many levels away. You have not met them in some time. It takes a lot of effort. So I did Zoom meetings every single day. That's number one. Every day. There was not a day, maybe except Sunday, there was not a day, because Saturday was the most important one. The most turnout was on Saturday. There was not a day that I did not have a Zoom meeting. Sometimes in one day, 3, 4, even 5 Zoom meetings. Right? And what was my strategy? Everybody that came in, if they didn't have a Kangen machine, they come in with Kangen machine and EmGuarde at the same time. And I was selling the idea of something called holistic wellness. Can somebody repeat that word? What is holistic wellness? That because 70% of the body is made out of what? Water, you need to put in the best water. Because God made our body 70% water. So it makes sense for you to invest in the best machine out there, which has already been classified as the Rolls-Royce of water machine by AACI and all these big guys, big names. This is the best machine in the market, okay? To put this into your body every single day. And number two, water was a big topic maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago. But today, there's another big topic we have to talk about, which is a modern problem, which is also invisible, called electromagnetic pollution. That's how I start my seminar, or that's how I start my Zoom talk. That today I'm going to talk to you about two things that you need in your life. I don't talk about Kangen first. Then, after they buy Kangen, I tell them about EmGuarde. You don't do that. Why? They will feel like, oh, maybe I have Kangen already, I don't need EmGuarde. I'm already protected to a certain extent. Or maybe they feel that, oh, I've already spent so much, I don't want to spend more. There are many excuses and many reasons. So what I like to do is I sell both Kangen and EmGuarde at the same time. And I call this a holistic wellness package. All right, number one. And number two, so instantly I get how many sales from one customer? Minimum two. Because some of them, I get more. Why? They buy one machine, they buy many EmGuarde. The biggest EmGuarde sale I had was 6 EmGuarde for one house. All right, big house, right? So they buy 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think for this one, they could even be buying a lot more. They want kids, you know, whatever, parents and all that, we'll sell more of this. So, first of all, I was selling both the products at the same time. So instantly, they are already earning core commission. Are you guys with me? So I don't have to explain about the core and non-core. I don't like to do all this. Very complicated. So I sell both at the same time. And because every customer I'm getting anywhere between 2 to 3 sales at a minimum per customer, guess what's going to happen to my rank ups in my accounts? The time is going to be shortened by half. So the thing is, when you're able to generate, to create the skill to sell multiple products at one go, you can achieve your 682-3 faster. Sometimes it's not about selling to more people. Sometimes it's about selling more products to one person. And of course, I don't go and tell people to buy things they don't need. I mean, that's the integrity and ethical side of it. That I truly believe that you need the water, you need the EmGuarde, and if they have skin problem, you need the Enaspar. So you don't sell things that people don't need. You sell things that they need. And I can tell you that if you're able to generate and show people that you have a solution for their health, don't worry about them not having enough money. People have a lot of money. They just don't have a reason to give you the money. Because you're not giving them the reason. Because you only tell them about Kangen, they buy Kangen. If you tell them about EmGuarde, they only buy EmGuarde. But if you tell them, hey, there's this, okay, let me get all of it. I'm already, let's say the guy, I'm already 60 years old, I have money in the bank, I want health now. Give me everything. There are people like that, right? So we show everything. At the end of the day, you show them all the products, but maybe they say they buy one first. The second one they buy later. But at least it's already in their mind. So that was my way to really generate a lot of sales. And the second thing is, of course, everybody I talk to, Kangen Machine and EmGuarde, and I talk to them about the business. Because I can't do this alone. You can't do this alone. You cannot become a 682-3 alone. Impossible. Very, very difficult. Not very difficult, impossible. Because to become a 682-3, you have to have more than 800 to 1,000 sales in your organization. Me personally, in my organization, I've sold more than 12,000 products in 10 years. Not bad, right? Not bad. 12,000. Guess how many personal sales I've done from 12,000? How many? From 12,000 sales, how many of those sales was my own personal sales? Give me a wild guess. You don't have to. 100? 20? Oh, you. I wish. Okay, yeah. Not everybody I sell to are builders. That's the reality. I think from 12,000 sales, my own personal sales is less than 50. Less than 50. What does that tell you? And in that 50, not everybody did the business. Only a few. And from the few, it expanded downwards and downwards and downwards and downwards. So you see, in this business, You don't need to go out there and do exhibition, trade show, and sell to people, to become a dashry. Don't do that. You need to look for people that wants to do this as a business. Give them the system, give them the tools, educate them, and teach them how to duplicate. If you tell me 10 years ago that, Simon, you have to go out there and sell 10,000 products yourself to become a 682-3, I would not have joined this business. Because to me, it was impossible. 10 years, I've sold less than, maybe more than 50, about 50, 60, whatever, right? So don't do this yourself. Create a system, create a funnel, and talk to me about the business, all right? And just now, David mentioned about the slides. These are all tools. This is a tool. And I think in Singapore, there's not many left. I think there's only about 20 or less than 20 pieces of this left. Of course, they replenish the stock. But at the moment, there's limited units left. Is this important for your EmGuarde business? Yes. Without this, you cannot help people to visualize, as simple as that. So you need this. All right, get this as soon as possible. What is the price of this, Ken? I don't know in Singapore. $320 before tax. Okay? And this is high quality stuff. Okay? The manufacturing standards of this is very high. And you need this to do your demo. Okay? So get this as fast as possible. And for those of you who want the tools, which is the slides, where can you get them? David say, you guys are going to get them, right? Of course, we cannot send you one by one. Please visit our EmGuarde to the World Facebook group. Okay? Take a photo of it if you want, or you can just type on your Facebook right now. And it is the only group with 11,900 followers. Yes, David?
Simon, there's a big one. And the big one is going for about 700 people. So
okay.
Make sure that they don't join them.
Yeah. So look for the one that is the biggest one. There are a lot of people that create all these groups. All right? A lot of people. But go for, this is the one that we administer. Okay? 11,900 people. And then go to guides. Do you guys see it? So under guides, the PowerPoint of today's seminar is already there. It's already there. Okay? Everything is there. And also there are HD images for the EmGuarde, for you guys to do postings, marketing, create flyers, create your own website, whatever it is. Everything is already provided. And all the we call it lifestyle shots, which means the shots where the person is running with the EmGuarde, or the EmGuarde is on the table, on the office setting. It's all posted up there in HD. Because these are all tools that you need to use to create your marketing material, your advertisement, or to share with your friends. So far, so good? Yes. And all this is available to you for absolutely 10,000 Sing dollars. Free, okay? Free. And the thing is, when it's free, you don't appreciate it. Human nature is like that one. Standard everywhere we go. This is free, but it costs money to do all these things. And this is given to you guys, so please use it. A lot of distributors are already using it. A lot of people are already creating their own websites with their face holding the EmGuarde a marketing system, capturing leads online, doing ads on Google. And let me tell you this, who here, you know how to do advertising online? Raise up your hand. Who here you don't know how to do? Be honest, you don't know how to do. Okay? But you want to do. Why? Today's world, offline or online? Even the elderly people are online. Would you agree with me? Yes. My father, every day got parcel from Shopee, Lazada. One. Every day. He doesn't even go to the store anymore. Everything he buys online. Restaurant recommendation, online. Oh, this sale happening at this warehouse, online. This thing, everything is online. So if you're not tapping onto the online space, you're missing out on a lot of business. Right? Just give you an example. I'm currently renovating my house in Malaysia, currently started, and I've been able to find a lot of suppliers, lighting guys, everybody was online. And if they didn't show up their advertisements, I would have gone to the nearest lighting shop near my house. That could be not so good quality, more expensive, I don't know. But I end up going to their shop. Why? Because they did an advertisement online. This is the same for all businesses. And those of you who raise your hand just now that you don't know how to do, let me tell you this. Can you hire people to do? Yes or yes? You can always hire people to do. But when I say that word, right, hire, wow, Singapore salary very high. Very expensive to hire people to do it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have to hire people in Singapore? You don't. Do you know there are, exactly, thank you very much. There are websites called Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and many other freelance websites. They can hire people to work from you remotely. They could be from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Sweden, wherever. And they can do your marketing for you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know how to do something, get other people to do it. And you do not have to spend crazy amounts of money on salaries and all this to get one person to work for you full time. You don't need. Get freelancers that cost anywhere between $50, $100 to do something for you. Are you guys with me? You just have to see out there. There are a lot of people that can be working for you right now. And you pay them peanuts compared to what you could be earning. If today you are a 4A distributor, let's not talk about 6A, 4A distributor, one sale, how much do you make? 680, right? What if I tell you, you run an ad, and that ad, to get that customer, costs you 100 Sing dollars. Are you willing to pay? Yes. Of course, what? Because you net $580. What if I tell you you have to pay half, $340? Would you still pay? Yes. If guaranteed, sure pay. But of course, in advertisement is not guaranteed. So you don't want to spend $300. You spend $10, $20 to get a lead or a customer. All right? And the way Singapore is versus Malaysia is very different. I believe, this is my own opinion, that in Singapore, a lot of people would prefer to buy things maybe online or they see on website. Because maybe after work they go home, they don't really, let's say, go to people's homes or demos, lesser than Malaysia. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Malaysia, people still go a bit more old school. Talk to people, go to their home, do demo. Here may be a bit different, all right, culturally different. So things have to move online. You must have a website to sell your products, okay? Think about that. Hiring freelancers to work for you. Again, you don't know how to do? Get people to do. If you don't even know how to get people to do, ask your kids for help, ask people for help. Always find a solution, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? If we sit there and say, I don't know, I just don't know, and that's why you're not getting the commission and the sales. I'm not very good online, to be honest with you. For my age, I'm considered not good, right, for online. It took me a long time to learn how to post up an ad on Facebook. I was so confused. So many buttons, so many options. I don't know. But I learned it. Because what I know, for me to be successful, I need to know the new way. I just forced myself to learn it. All right? And when I learned that I can actually hire people from Fiverr, I should have done it from the first time. Right? So focus on our strength and get other people to do their strength. Okay? So go here, and again, yes.
For the guides,
Yes.
Singapore one is not in the Facebook.
Singapore one. There's no Singapore one.
No, I mean whatever.
Oh,
you're
okay.
presenting
Can I
today.
have your
Yeah,
phone?
Sure.
Okay, can I have your phone?
There is
Presentation
the
slides.
US, Malaysia, but
Okay, there's US. There is Malaysia. Okay, the Singapore slides have not been uploaded yet. Okay, never mind. The only difference is the price.
yeah,
The slide of the price. We'll get that uploaded.
it's not here.
We'll get that uploaded. Okay. So in the guides right now, there is the US slide and there is the Malaysia slide. The difference is between Malaysia and this Singapore slide is just the final one here. Because this one will show the Malaysia price. Okay, the price and the commission. Okay, we'll get that uploaded by tomorrow. Because we have somebody that does it back home. Okay, but you can also download the Malaysia one. It's okay. Okay, because you have the price list, you can create that as well. Okay, it's the same one. Again, today is a very short time that we can have together. I hope I can even talk longer, because why? I believe that everybody deserves success in Enagic. And for us to spend more time together, I would like to invite you guys on your own expense to Malaysia in September. Okay? Some people, when I say invite, you pay? No lah. Pa lah, you invite only ma. Because on the 12th and 13th of September, we are running something called the Essential Enagic Workshop on the 12th. And on the 13th, we are running something called the EmGuarde Summit. So it's a 2-day program that's happening in KL, in Gardens Hotel, which is right next to Enagic Malaysia. Many of you have been there, right? All right, so this 2-day event, let me tell you what you're going to learn. Whatever I've just said today, you're going to learn it in depth, exactly how to implement, exactly how to talk more product details, both on Kangen and EmGuarde. Okay, strategies, how to present, how to close, many things. And we're actually inviting international speakers to the EmGuarde Summit to actually share their secret to success in the EmGuarde business. And we'll also invite Dr. Pinky, a doctor that David has mentioned before, the author of the book, Stop Cooking Your Kids' Brains. It's a very, very popular book now because people are getting more aware about radiation. And the author herself, Dr. Pinky Intal from Philippines, will be coming here to speak as well. She normally does a 60 to 70-minute session, very, very informative, right? And it's happening on the EmGuarde Summit, plus many other speakers, all right? So this is a two-day event. I believe everybody should attend if you want to grow your business, because essentially what I have learned in the last 10 years, what my mentor, Mr. Formerly known as Mr. Sam Seah, now he changed his name, Amos Seah, which is a -6, one of the biggest distributors in the entire world. It's all of our experience combined into 2 days workshop. And I think that's very valuable for you guys to make a trip there. And the key here is, do not come alone. Because if you come alone, you're the only person that gets the benefit. If you bring your new downlines and prospects with you, the chances are they are going to go full-time into this business, or at least part-time. And they are also going to get all the value and all the clarity. So it's very important. All right? So September 12th and 13th, you guys can visit our website at www.fhptrainings.com. When you buy a ticket, the ticket is administered by Enagic Malaysia themselves. Okay, the KL branch. So you buy a ticket through them. We run the show. All right? At the start, this training is only, we were doing this training for only our team, but throughout the years, we believe that the knowledge that we have and the content that we have, we want to share with everybody in the Enagic universe. So please, make use of this and come with your team. The ticket is very cheap. The ticket is negligible. It's like 150 ringgit or something like that, okay? For 2 days, all right? It is barely enough to cover the venue, all right? But this one, we want more people, we want more testimonials, we want more energy. That's why we're opening up to as many people as possible. And we're gonna get a lot of value, okay? So who here, you're coming to Malaysia, September? Can I see it by a show of hands? Fantastic. So please get your tickets as fast as possible because the venue holds about 700. I think they've already sold about 400 plus. Okay, so about another 250 to go. If it's over, they're going to close the registration, all right, because they cannot hold more than 700, okay? So recently, I'm not showing this to show off. A lot of people say, oh, you show off, show your tree, all that. So it's that when you learn the right way to do the business, it's very rewarding because when you become a 682-3, okay, you go to Okinawa, in this place is called Sadake. Sadake is like a tiny village in Nago. Nago is also a small, and this one is small in small, but that's where Mr. Oshiro grew up. That's where, during the World War II, he was hiding from the war and gunfire and all that. That was his village. I think it was about 50,000 people. That's it, right? And people there, they live long lives because they actually the whole Enagic concept came from this area. Because why? They were growing the turmeric. And in Okinawa, they are known to drink turmeric tea. That's why Enagic's one of the core products is the Ukon turmeric. And of course, the Kangen water. And now with the EmGuarde. So this is the 18-hole golf course in Sadake in Okinawa, Japan. That's where Mr. Oshiro has built his headquarters for entire Enagic. And on the 18th golf course, once you become a 682-3, he plants this tree with your name on it, signifying something more than money, signifying that you becoming a -3, you're part of Okinawa. And he always talks about that. All right, so to me, it's a beautiful feeling. All right, who here you want to have your tree in Okinawa? Okay, okay. If no tree, then you can plant in Malaysia also, cheaper. Okay, so, but it's good, right? And you go there, you see your tree, you see whether did they water your tree, all that stuff. Okay, so it's a great feeling because when you become a 682-3 and above, it only means that you have helped a lot of people. Wellness-wise, of course, you have helped yourself. Let's be real. You have made a lot of money to become a 682-3, and you have helped people to build businesses as well. So to me, this is a win-win business, ladies and gentlemen. But don't forget, do not just become the first category. You must become a business builder. Must, not optional. A lot of people at product seller, they cap at 4A, 5A, or 6A, or maybe 6A too. They don't go beyond that because they just simply can't do it themselves. If you have a further goal in the company, become the business builder and learn how to become it. I can't talk about everything in a 1 hour session, right? So for my latest strategy, I just want to share with you guys before I go. First of all, thank you very much for listening to me, all right? Thank you very much, thank you very much. Is moving forward, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to, because of the sales value being so attractive to me, 2880, and the salability of the product, simplicity of the product, I'm going to build this business with purely the EmGuarde product and the Ukon. Because why? My strategy now is EmGuarde, Ukon. Why Ukon? To maintain your account. And also for the supplement. Of course, talk about the benefit. To maintain your account, maintain the SP, and also creating this account to become a core account. You guys following, right? So both will be core accounts. Let me draw it up. It's a very simple strategy. So new EmGuarde bundle. Boom. Ukon. I normally go for the Sigma because the DD is very mafan, right? You have to. This is the package I sell, but the main focus is on the EmGuarde. And when I talk about the business, for you to start in as a business, there's two ways, I tell them. You either start with the EmGuarde alone, which is perfectly fine, or you go with this business package. Because with this business package, you not only have an additional supplement that is fantastic from Okinawa, Japan, grown in the soil of Okinawa, farmed and washed and packaged with Kangen water, only one in the world, you're not going to find it in any pharmacy, high in antioxidant. I sell the product. I sell the benefits of the product. You get higher commissions for the EmGuarde sales because you go from non-core, $132 per point, to $170 per point. And you get 2 accounts to earn commission. Which one do you want to go for? You see what I'm saying? That's my sale. That's my sell. Okay? And then they build the business. They build. They bring in their people. 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 And once they become 4A minimum or 5A or 6A, those who they don't have a Kangen machine, they can buy their Kangen machine. All right? Now, this is my own strategy. You don't have to follow it. You can follow your own team strategy, your own strategy, whatever. But I'm sharing you my strategy that helped me become 682-4. Okay? When they get their machine here, it's also an easier sell. Why? Because with 4A, 5A, or 6A, they also get back the commission rebate from the company that makes the machine cheaper for them. It becomes a no-brainer. I have sold many machines without a demo using this. Because why? They're already in Enagic. And when they come to the office, they go to our seminar, they already hear about Kangen water, Kangen water, Kangen water, Kangen water. All right? And what is the thing about having these 3 accounts? Because if you want to become a 682-3, you must have a 682-2 and a 682-2. You are building your own structure well from day one. A lot of people, what they do is they only start with one product, they start to sell. What if these people become 4A, 2A, 1A, 3A, 5A? Do you go up in the ranking? Maximum 6A. You don't become 6A2 because you have no 6A and 6A. So there's no control over your organization. But when you do this, if this person is 1A, 2A, 5A, 6A, whatever, this account can become a 6A. And this account becomes 6A, you are minimum a 6A2, provided you have sales. Okay? So always be in control of your business and always make it very simple to start, and don't overcomplicate it. Because when you talk about too many products at the same time, you tend to overcomplicate it. So now my new strategy, again, once again, you don't have to follow this, is when I start people on the EmGuarde, the new one, and the Ukon. Get them started. And then after I go for the machine. If they want to buy 3 at the same time, do you say no? Hey, no. The Simon say, wait for you 4A first. No. All right, you do it. Okay? Because you can also start at the same time and then start to build those 2 accounts and become 6A2-2-3. Okay? So this is what I'm doing, because when I look at this is going to get all these accounts that I have, my downlines, even some of my own accounts, to get to 6A in the shortest time possible. Because in Enagic, sometimes it's also not about working hard. You have to work smart also. You have to see what combinations of products you want to have, fix it as a package. If you sell this as a product, it wouldn't make sense to your customer. Why are you talking to me about radiation and then turmeric supplement? I don't understand. Why I bring in the Wukong is because I'm talking to people that wants to do the, you see, do the business. All right? You tell people suddenly radiation, suddenly turmeric. Grocery store are you? But this is a business. And the best way to start this business account is by purchasing this product. Because the product is very good, the benefits is this, and the business benefits is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it. Because it's a smarter way to go ahead. People buy it. All right? And then they eat the turmeric supplement and say, hey, very good, eh? I'm sleeping better, I'm getting my blood pressure, all that. They get the benefit. Okay? So, simple enough, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Very simple. Don't complicate it. And once again, just by having a strategy is not going to guarantee you success. You have to implement it, and you have to bring your business far and wide, online or offline. But into the world that we live in today is really better that you start to do it online. You can just reach more people with less energy, less effort, less money. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I think what I want to say so far I've covered most of the things I wanted to say. And I think the purpose of today's seminar is, of course, to launch the product. And I would like to thank everybody for coming to our event tonight. Thank you very much. And to the office, to David. And I just want to say that, of course, we can stay back for some Q&A. If you have some questions, just ask away, no problem. And for those who do have questions, then you can drink water, use toilet, whatever. It's fine, right? And the most important thing now is, number one, get your detector because there's not many left. Get this, okay? Number two, get your EmGuarde as soon as possible. Without owning the EmGuarde product, you can't sell it. Let's be real.
The previous detector?
You can as well. But why we are promoting this is because, number one, there's two things I want to talk about this. I'm not sure David covered it. Okay, first thing, it is easier to explain. That's one. All right, the previous one, there were a lot of, there's megahertz, microwatts. A lot of people get confused. I don't get confused, but a lot of my downlines get confused. What is megahertz? What is microwatt? How is this? How is that? 3 years down the road, they're still making the same mistake. So I said, okay. So I like this for them. Okay, it's easier. That's number one. Number two, you can still use this to do demo for the old product. New product is the same. It's just a different detector. Number three, the new marketing presentation slide is based on this. Yeah, so for duplication purpose, I stopped using the old one. For duplication purpose, but you can still use it. Okay, for business duplication. And very important, David, I'm not sure if we covered that. The previous detector, when you have two EmGuardes open at the same time, okay, when they are in that Venn diagram cross section, where they are crossing, if the old detector is in that environment, there is interference. And the detector starts to beep, even though the EmGuarde is on, but there's two. All right? So I've had a very interesting experience in Malaysia when I was doing a seminar in my friend's cafe. I was doing like a 30 people, got food, all that. We do a business talk. And when I did the demo, it was already 0. I didn't even turn on the EmGuarde. And we found out later that the cleaning upstairs already bought an EmGuarde. And it's coming down. And we didn't, ended up, we had to walk to near the door of the cafe and we do the demo there. Ask people to see. So you could face certain issues like that, especially with a lot of people having the EmGuarde now with this. With this one, correct me if I'm wrong, David, it is not affected by that interference. You can have multiple EmGuarde turned on. As long as it's on, it will be showing the green harmonic indicator and whatever suppression that is on the AI level. That is correct. Yeah? Okay. The previous one, just imagine if this was the old technology on the detector, if two EmGuarde turn on, it becomes red color. Example, because of the interference. So this one, I like it because of the 4 reasons I've just shared. Yeah, but you can still use the old one. No issues. Yeah, no issues. But again, duplication, again, I'm focused on this one. So if I use the old one to show a potential downline, they would ask me where to buy this one. And I know that one is no longer available for sale. So I might as well don't even show it. That's my own decision, okay? Because I'm focusing on the business, right? The old ones will no stock already, so yeah, yes.
So that's if the old model and the new model. If I on at the same time, will that have interference with like
No. The product themselves, there's no interference one. What is being interfered was the old detector. You can have 20 EmGuardes in this room. It's fine. The only issue is with the old detector. Okay? So by using this, if you have 20 EmGuardes turned on in this room, it will not get affected for demo purposes. So they have fixed it. Yeah, but if you're asking about can I have EmGuarde everywhere and it's turned on, answer is yes. There's no issues with that. The only issue is with the interference with the detector. Yeah? Yes?
So, with the previous EmGuarde,
Yes.
we usually tell clients it can cover a space of about
8 meters.
But of a space of about 1,200 square feet,
Oh, it's square feet, okay.
right?
Okay.
So with this one, what do we tell them? Because
We normally don't suggest to use the word square feet because it's not accurate.
Okay, or square meter. Because now that you've discontinued the whole one, if someone has to calculate how many would they need to buy, or they're thinking about the cost,
Yep.
have you worked out some sort of
I think. Okay, so my own view is, me as a distributor, I wish they kept the old one because there's home model and portable. I'm on the same boat, so it's all Enagic decision, not our decision.
I
So,
understand.
so I wish they kept it. So now it's about how we
Yeah, exactly. So we
present
can give-
to the
so we
market.
can give the customer
So again, the solution is, okay, if you're talking about a customer that does not know about the old one, then there's no issues lah. If they don't know about it.
Yeah, but now I want to pitch to both.
Yeah. If you want to pitch to customers, wait, what do you mean pitch to both?
That means customers that already have the whole
Okay,
one
okay.
and thinking about buying.
Then it's easy. Because if they already have the old one, then you tell them that this is for the time under protection when you're out on the go.
Or you can use the PC and laptop example.
In a way, it's like a PC and laptop. It's making it smaller. Of course, the range is smaller than the old one. But I think a very important point for us to consider is this. This new one, again, I'm not sure if David covered it, is using something called a looping antenna structure. Of course, again, it's invisible. You can't see it. The looping antenna creates a much more stable harmonic field when you're moving with this. The previous one is designed to just stay at one location. It's easily affected by static. If you put it somewhere else that is not supposed to be put, you can affect the range and the stability of the harmonic because it's supposed to be a static. Correct, because this one is it's lower powered and it's much in terms of size and all that. But more importantly is the looping antenna creates a more stable harmonic field for mobile usage. Okay, so for customers like that, I have customers like that as well. I just tell them that, look, this is the new one, and it is using an upgraded antenna technology. And because of the upgraded antenna technology, the range is as such because it's a looping. The range is as such to create the loop and to maintain the loop. The previous one is just boom, everywhere. All right, but you cannot move everywhere with it. It's not advisable. All right, so selling on a different point now, and just say that this is something that you can carry, it's smaller, it protects you, and as long as you put it next to you, it's protecting. Because 3 meters, is it really tiny? Not really also. If you're sitting on a table, it covers the entire table. But I understand if you're talking about an entire home, it wouldn't cover the home lah. So for customers that already have the old model, selling this is like, okay, they come up with a new portable one, go for it, when you go to the office and all that. For customers that don't have the old one, then we don't talk about it. Because definitely they would want the old one as well, they want to compare. So I think we do what we can. And for me, I just sell the benefits, the added benefits to this.
So you don't ever talk about it can cover a certain
No lah,
area?
no lah.
You don't ever.
Even for the old one, I don't, because square feet.
No, but you can even just say square
Yeah.
meter. So
No, it's not about square feet or square meter.
I know. So how do you end up selling 6? Because they have to calculate.
Oh, I use a detector. Because again, every home is different.
Right.
In fact, when you tell people it's X amount of square feet or square meters, it may not be necessarily true because the room, let's say, is only 10 square, let's say 5 square meter or 8 square meter, whatever it is. And because it's in a room, the harmonics doesn't get out of the room. It's blocked by the beam or the electric and all that. So I tend not to say that. I tend to say that normally each room, you need one. Living room in this size, you need one. Just like that. Because if we say, oh, 100 square feet or 100 watt, they'll hold you against it. And they say, hey, it's not covering, you know, it's less than that. Yeah, so I don't say that.
And
Yeah.
then just to clarify, is the name called EmGuarde Go or EmGuarde Portable?
EmGuarde Portable.
Oh, that's
Some people call it EmGuarde Go because
It's a marketing name. It's like EmGuarde on the go. It's a marketing name.
it means on the phone.
EmGuarde Portable. Can I have two questions?
Yes, yes.
What's the lifespan of this EmGuarde Portable?
At least 5 years.
See?
With proper care and maintenance, at least 5 years.
Yeah, Enagic initially wanted
How long
to
would
name
the
it
battery
EmGuarde Go.
last?
Then it changed to Portable. I will check with them what they have finalized.
Let's have the
Okay.
For example, let's say initially you use the EmGuarde, one full charge will last you for 72 hours or more. Because when it's new, you can use up to 72 or more. So after 3 years, alright, it will.
Thank you.
So after 3 years, it will start to deteriorate. Deteriorate means it's not that you cannot use, but maybe you need like every 2.5 days you need to charge once instead of 3.5 days. Then probably after 5 years, then you need to charge it maybe every 2 days or 1.5 days. Then even when battery goes flat, for example, even when you plug onto the power cable, the EmGuarde will still be the EmGuarde next to your computer table. So it's more than 5 years easily, provided you don't drop it, you don't get to, because it's not waterproof. So you have to, with proper care and maintenance, no problem.
So the battery, is it replaceable?
No,
Okay.
it is not.
Inbuilt.
This whole set itself is not meant for you to open and no, it's one piece. It's a one piece. They call it a black box technology one piece. So it's not supposed to open. It's one piece. So it's the reason why you are not, seeing any similar products in the market.
So it's a 1 year warranty?
1 year, same as Apple, Samsung. They give you 1 year standard.
But if the battery in the future is like totally what? Because now it's still in the 1 year warranty phase
Yes.
of Enagic. If there's anything wrong with it, they do a one-to-one exchange. Right? So I believe they're working on the replacement list moving forward.
Yes.
So it's one-to-one exchange, there's nothing to repair. It doesn't work, then got to one-to-one
For the
replace.
1 year warranty.
For the 1 year warranty, yes.
Okay,
Under warranty.
understand.
Correct.
The charging of the EmGuarde,
Yes.
if it's like half of it, can we charge again? Like because like iPhone or whatever, they will not suggest us to charge halfway, 60% or whatever.
Okay.
So because
So over here, if you notice, when it's on the EmGuarde, this is actually the battery bar here. So this represents 100%. So they segmentize this LED into 4 different segments. So being full is 100% charge. So if you see one LED being goes off, it means 75% left. Half is 50, then 25%. Then now, when you see a red light here, this E logo is going to turn red when the battery goes below 10%. And below 10% means you can still use the EmGuarde for about 2 hours. So when you see the red light means it's time to charge. So my personal advice is, it's either you see at least maybe the last bar, 25%, you want to charge it, you charge it. If it's half, it's good for you to use for another 2 days.
another 2 days.
2 days at least, half, if it's half. Yeah.
So you won't advise us to charge when it's 2
It's
days.
either last bar, which is 25%, or the red color thing comes out, which is below 10%. It's advisable to do it, yeah. Very good question. Let's say your adapter, you're using a 2 amperage adapter and above, all right, with a USB C to C cable, which is the normal one. It's going to charge up within 4 hours. So usually you do overnight. Like for example, you go back, you just leave it there, charge it overnight. And this new system here with the C cable, there is an auto power shut off. So it means when it's fully charged, it will shut down.
So I thought there is no cable.
It's like the phone, yes. It's like the phone.
There is no cable coupler that comes with.
It comes with a cable.
Oh, it does come.
It comes with a C to C cable, yes. But there's no adapter.
Doesn't come with an adapter.
Yeah.
How about those C2C cable for the phone?
No
Does it
problem.
work for this?
This model can be used.
Okay.
Because the last one is a stationary model, so they have to build the antenna differently, so you need a sophisticated Type-C cable from the EmGuarde itself. But for this one, it's universal. So they make it simpler for distributors around. Yeah, simpler.
Can I ask if you know about this brand, Blue Shield?
I've heard about it from US.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
This is their portable one.
Yeah.
How light it is.
I've heard about it. It's from US, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it from you in US.
Have you seen it? Oh, I thought you want
I
to.
think, no, it's $299 US.
$299 US. Okay. Right. Right.
Just one quick question.
Yeah.
Because we tend to forget to charge
Mm.
now, and let's say we forget regularly, forget to charge, and then it just go flat.
Mm-hmm.
Will it affect?
No. Shouldn't be a problem. If it goes flat, you just have to plug into a Type-C to reactivate it.
So when we are charging, we can still use it.
Of course.
If let's say those cable that we use to charge our iPhone, is it okay?
Okay, if let's say your cable, because there are old cables out there, which is A to C, those older cables, so it might affect the charging time. So those, we call it a normal charging cable from A to C.
I'm talking to the
New one, no problem.
new iPhone one.
No problem. If you use the older one,
Yeah.
it might take up to 6 to 7 hours to do a full charge. Yeah.
So you mean that we on it and charge it?
No problem. Yeah, you should on it because you need the protection as well at the same time. So you can on it and charge it, leave it overnight. It's okay.
I think what David is saying is try not to charge it 75% charge.
Yeah,
Even for phones,
Phone,
they
yes.
really don't suggest that
yeah.
because they consider it one cycle or something like that.
Battery cycle.
So it's not worth it to charge it 25 at 75%.
For the light, it can't be turned off, right?
Which one? The E-light? That
Like, let's say,
this E-light?
Yeah, somebody, want to put it at home.
Mm-hmm.
The light is disturbing them at night.
You just go this way.
It will
So-
always be on.
It is designed to one side because this side has got no light. So to put it at home, you just go this way, like this.
How about bringing it up on the plane?
No problem. But on plane, of course, you have to abide to the regulations. Where when they say turn off any electronic device, that includes the power bank, not just this power bank, just go off. Then when the plane reach a cruising, level, you can use your electronic gadgets. Just turn it on.
Because it got battery inside, so it's like power bank.
Now, this has got a battery. Did you notice that you can bring your phone on flights? Because a phone has got a battery inside, but it is not a power bank. But a power bank means you can actually draw power from the unit. So a power bank is very different from battery item like this. So it's different.
So how do we explain to those at the custom for airport when they ask what's this?
This one, for example,
What do we tell them?
this is my gadget. You just say that this is my IT gadget. IT gadget, for wellness. It's okay. You can. But during takeoff and landing, just abide to the airline's regulation. That's my only advice. Yeah.
So far, I've never had
Problems.
any issues, even with the old.
Even with the big one, yeah.
I've never had a zero.
Yeah.
I have zero issue, but sometimes the customer will ask, can I bring it off on the plane? So we need to know how to answer that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So you were going to explain about the opposite waves.
Yeah.
So it's the same technology.
Same tech as written on the patent because first of all, I'm not the inventor. So whatever I said is actually coming from the patent itself. So yes. So even if you go to this US patent, you can see that they call it cancellation, frequency or harmonics. They use harmonics. So when there's a cancellation means they're actually cancelling the negative effects of radiation affecting your microcirculation and also rouleau formation. So they call it cancellation frequency.
So is it the right word to use, cancellation?
It is the right word based on patent. Based on the patent, yes.
Okay.
All right, because it's cancelling the negative effects of radiation. All right. Now, getting back to that, earlier on you were asking about the noise, the beeping thing, right? Now you must understand that this new EMD 100, it works very differently as the RD 9300. The RD is the first version. Then do you remember that I've actually educated the market on the second third-party tool? It's called the SDR software. The SDR software is actually the one that you plugged into your phone.
Yeah, but I don't have because that's Android.
Correct. So now this EMD is actually a combination of the old RD technology, which is the detection point and all that. It is a combination of that together with the SDR concept. All right. So now in the SDR software, because you're not using the SDR, so I'm going to explain to you more. Now in the SDR concept, SDR is for you to detect the ambient noise, not from one gadget, but it is actually from the entire space. So when you turn on the SDR, you pull up the antenna. So this room itself is getting information from the room itself. So from the SDR concept, now when you turn on the EmGuarde, the SDR will not go completely zero. It will show you that it actually suppresses the noise radiation to a certain level. All right? So the suppression concept from the EMD is the same as the SDR. It is showing you a suppression from red zone, which is pollution red zone, to about yellow or green zone. All right, versus the ORD. The ORD means when you turn on the EmGuarde technology for the ORD, it shows you 0. And 0 represents that you are within the EmGuarde's protective zone. This reason why it's so when the ORD recognizes the EmGuarde, it shows you a neutralized function which is 0. Okay, but the SDR is very different. SDR is a suppression mechanism. So this is based on the SDR suppression mechanism. That's the reason why that 1 or 2 beeping sound every subsequent maybe 5 seconds, that is actually based on the real-time SDR suppression concept. But the cancellation, the theory, it is the same as the patent. So far, so there's no change. Only the tool is different. The tool works differently. Yeah.
Just now you mentioned that the suppression, you won't be able to cancel 100% your effect of 5G and Wi-Fi.
Of course, of course.
So I think that will have the next question is, will my Wi-Fi speed be lower? I'm looking for something like EmGuarde is because of it help me to protect myself from those 5G and Wi-Fi. But right now it doesn't. So how does it protect me?
Okay, can I come back to this? Do you still this? Let me just erase this. Hold on, huh? You guys are good with all this information? Let me just erase this. Sorry? No problem. Mo, because you must understand, because we are so passionate about this. So questions like this to us it excites us because if we are able to help you, means you're able to help more people. Okay, so we are willing to stay back for all this. Now, just now Jit was asking about 4G, so we use 5G here. Because 5G is the current, we call it important questions that people will ask. Now, 5G usually works in different bands. There are different bands as well, but the most common bands works between 20 gigahertz to about 55 gigahertz, approximately. Disclaimer. Because the exact figure, of course, you Google, you go ChatGPT, they will give you. But exactly, the higher band works exactly that. Now, why it doesn't slow down the 5G or, let's say, Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi usually works on 2 bands only. Okay, it's either 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, right? Is that correct? Is that correct, right? So these are we call it signal frequencies or bands that this communication device uses. And EmGuarde harmonizes targeted radiation between, okay, we call EmGuarde EMG. Yeah? Let me use, this is too light. So EmGuarde harmonizes frequencies between 3 megahertz, thank you so much, to 1000 megahertz. Is that correct? So this is the technical sheet for EmGuarde. Now, if I will convert this, 5 gigahertz, this is equivalent to 5000 megahertz. It's that simple. If I have to convert this into megahertz, it's 2400 megahertz, correct? Right? This one, I have to add one more zero.
55,000.
That's correct. 55K, right? Megahertz. And this one, it's 20,000, I would say. Now, when you say that something it's able to reduce your network speed, for example, I have to work within the range, right? And if you notice, this is out of range. Okay? Now, but the EmGuarde's harmonizing zone within this range is got the purpose because there is another research which I don't have a chance to show here. Usually I'll do it based on my previous training, but there's another research that shows that, they found out that the radiation coming from this range, when it comes to the negative impacts to your body, it actually caps at a certain frequency. So for example, when the radiation goes beyond 2 gigahertz, based on that research, when it goes beyond 2 gigahertz, the compounding effect, which is the negative effects to your body, it actually caps at a certain level because our human skin and body, it's able to deflect that energy. Let me give you a theory. If Wi-Fi radiation and 5G radiation is super, for example, let's say 50 gigahertz or 20 gigahertz, it's so dangerous, half of the population will be wiped out by now. How long have you been using Wi-Fi? 15 years, 20, 4G, 5G? 5G may be off late, but 4G is like more than a decade really, right? So if let's say this higher frequencies is so hurtful, half of the population will be gone by now. It's like Thanos, Thanos from Avenger? Snap finger, half population gone already, right? Correct? So something's here. So we discovered that from the research that higher frequencies may not affect the human body that much. That's the reason why the inventor of the Enagic EmGuarde do not really focus on the higher frequencies. Instead, it is actually focusing on the low frequency. And for your information, all right, this higher frequencies signal will have, they call it unwanted radiation or leakages, all right? And this radiation happens to fall below the 1 gigahertz range. So for example, let's say today I want to send a signal, a Wi-Fi signal from point A to point B. I'm using a 5 gigahertz antenna. But along the transportation process, there will be unwanted leakages, or we call it lost noise. There will be leak out from that point A to point B, so it will go like sideways or up or bottom. And this radiation, or we call it stray radiation, could fall within this range. So far, so good. And EmGuarde is harmonizing this range because the developer believes that this range is actually the range that affects the human body the most, which is the rouleau formation proven by Dr. Magda. So far, so good. All right. So
Does she say is this range?
No. But the rouleau formation from Dr. Magda, according to our inventor, they actually did a few testing. This range is actually the range that it's causing that more. Because Dr. Magda only say that electrosmoke is causing this. But she does not specify which frequency.
Yeah.
But the EmGuarde developer, they did something, further. They discovered that this is actually the range that people needs to be protected more due to the resonance theory. My past training, the resonance. So now you understand that, oh, okay. So EmGuarde is not built to disturb all this signal at the higher frequency because these frequencies will not affect you that much compared to the lower ones.
Which is the lower one that is affecting us on a
Correct.
small dosage basis on a daily basis.
On a daily cumulative basis. Okay, so when you come to this range, again, you ask yourself, now if let's say they are wrong, for example, let's say the developer of the EmGuarde, if let's say they are wrong, how do these people get positive results from the rouleau formation test or even from Dr. Tay's report? It is not even possible, right? So they must be doing something right and they aced it. That's why it is a patented, it is unique to Enagic, and we got many different results of people seeing positive changes. Make sense?
Yeah. So the patent for the previous model, that one is from Malaysia, right? Right now it's from the US. Are they the same?
Okay, now the patent was submitted back in year 2019. Even if you go to the US one, the submission date is 2019. It is even before the Enagic EmGuarde was launched. Because you must understand that this technology is not like a new thing.
You bought it from someone else.
It has been in they call it invention process for the past, 10, 12 years. Yeah. Right? It's like the Enagic machine. The ionizing technology is not new. It has been there in the market for a long time. So same goes to this, but Enagic took over the global distribution rights, which is only Enagic can actually sell this, back in 2023. So Enagic took over 2023. It is very similar to the Kangen machine. Enagic do not own the Kangen technology at first. But Mr. Oshiro actually buy over the factory eventually and make it their own. So it's very similar because instead of owning this, Enagic actually owns the global distribution rights to market this technology. Only Enagic has this. So it's unique to Enagic. All right, all good? I thank you for your time. I thank you. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to erase this. Oh, you want to take a picture? I want to save Kevin some job. Because after this, he's going to erase all. You're welcome. Thanks to Simon as well. Yeah, he came all the way.
Of course, of course. Enjoy.
Great when you have
You done?
the doctor's research.
Of course.
part.
Yes.
Because right now I have doctor friends who are not convinced.
They are working.
Yeah, because
It's on the way.
the data that we provide is too small.
Yeah.
So it's
Again,
science will need a lot of data.
Again, because EmGuarde is very new, fairly new, 2.5 years in the market, compared to the machine. Water machine is like, 20, 30 years? So they need time to develop all this.
For me, it would be really interesting
Yeah.
if you look at the machine as well.
I've tested some of the units back in